A hit dog will holler. Let me say that one more time, Dr. Umar style. A hit dog will holler. What's going on, my beautiful geek culture? As always, I'm your boy O. And today, we have to talk about the news that is sweeping the nation. Warner Brothers Discovery is officially splitting into two companies. Why? Because they feel that it is better for the brand. However, I feel that this company is going nowhere fast. Now look, before I get started, do your boy three major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. Then after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. This article is coming from CNN.com. Yes, this is a Warner Brothers Discovery owned website. It is titled, Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting into two companies. All right. Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting into two separate publicly traded companies. One orientated around the HBO Max streaming service and Warner Brothers Studio, and the other around CNN and other television networks. The first company, now known as Streaming and Studios, will be led by CEO David Salzar. The second company, Global Networks, will be led by CFO Gunnar Weinenfels. I think that's how you say his name. The separation aims to provide each company with greater strategic flexibility and focus, the company said in a statement. All right. I don't want to have to go. Warner Brothers Discovery intends to corporate breakup to take effect by May 2026. Well, mid 2026. Now, I know you're wondering, what is going to happen to all of that debt? Right, over here on the Hollywood Reporter, it says, quote, majority of Warner Brothers Discovery's $37 billion with a B debt will be spun off with TV networks, its CEO says. So the guy, Gunnar Weinfeld, says it's safe to assume that the majority of Warner Brothers Discovery, roughly $37 billion in debt, load will exist with the spun-off global networks. All right, that is what he's saying. Now, this is why I say that they're going nowhere fast. Unless you actually sell one of these companies, as long as they're owned by the same person, the debt still equals the same amount. Think about it like this. Let's say I own two companies, right? There are two separate things. One has more debt than the other, right? The other one, not so much. However, at the end of the day, the debt still belongs to me. I don't understand this move. I don't feel like this is the answer to separate yourself, especially after you just purchased that of Warner Brothers 2 years ago. It ain't even been that long, and you're already ready to separate yourself from it. Do you not know how this looks? However, I do get that this could be David Salzar throwing in the towel. That's right. He felt as if he would be able to save that of Warner Brothers by merging Discovery with it. He wanted to take what Discovery had to bring to the table and tag it along with that of Warner Brothers. But what he failed to realize is the brand recognition tears down everything. Discovery has made this move, right? What has it done for them? Nothing. You would think that it would improve Discovery, even its value. But it didn't do anything. When you buy a company that's $40 billion in debt, do you not realize that that debt now belongs to you? I'm trying to figure out what was the purpose of all of this. I mean, think about it like this. Discovery, really and truly, you didn't even need to touch Warner Brothers. Why you do that? There's a reason why AT&T wanted to unload them. And here it is. You thought that you were going to be able to save this company. But why? Why did you feel that it was your problem that Warner Brothers was in so much debt? Why did you feel the need to try to be Captain Save-A-Ho? I'm not understanding this. This is a move that should have never been made. That's right. Discovery and Warner Brothers should have always been separate. If you think about it like this, you would think that someone within the company or either company would be able to assess the possible outcome. Think about that. You know, when I worked in a restaurant, right? And we didn't know that we were going to be busy, but I was always thinking about what if we do get busy? What is my plan, right? Thinking about things far in the future. Just in case I get busy, you know what? I'm going to throw a couple of extra steaks right here in my cooler so I don't have to run to the back to get them. To be prepared. You know, think things through. But I feel like Discovery didn't do that. I'm never going to buy a company that is in that much debt. In fact, I wouldn't even invest in them. It's a waste of time. It is a waste. I like to invest in stock every now and then. You best believe I look right over Warner Brothers Discovery. That's right. I look right over it. You want to know why? Because I can see at face value that this company has no value. If Warner Brothers Discovery was to sell right now, how much do you believe someone will be willing to pay for it? 5 billion, 6 billion, 7 billion? Now, put it in perspective, right? Deadpool and Wolverine just made $1.3 billion last year at the box office. And I'm giving you that scenario to get you to understand just how low Warner Brothers is when it comes to value. If you would say that the studio can sell for $8 billion, just remember, Avengers Endgame made $3 billion. It should not be that close. Warner Brothers should be easily worth that of $50 billion, $60 billion, $70 billion, $100 billion. But I don't see that in this company. And maybe Discovery is finally understanding what the find out phase looks like. You know what I'm saying?